good afternoon to everyone. A good communication is the bridge between confusion and clarity. On this note, I would like to start our today's webinar on common language errors in day-to-day communication. Our today's guest speaker, Mr. Rutvik Vyasar, has an experience of 8 years in academics and corporate. He has cleared his French level exam till B2 level. He is a language and soft skill tutor. Sir has also delivered many sessions on soft skills and interview preparations. Sir has also imparted English language sessions to the government teachers on English language under Scope and Tourism program. Sir has also delivered one excellent webinar few months back in Faculty of Commerce. So, sir, on behalf of Faculty of Commerce, Parul University, I welcome you again today.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you so much for this wonderful introduction. So,
okay, sir.
Okay,
the
ma'am.
stage is all yours.
Okay, ma'am. I'm very thankful to you for giving me this platform wherein I can interact with the students of Parul University. And I believe that those who have certainly come with some intentions, right? So may I have the quick response of all those who are listening to me? Can you just raise your hands? Since I cannot see you. Okay, very good. Pallavi, Ajit, and a few of the students, Vikas. Okay, that is nice. Okay, so I believe that people are listening to me, and obviously they are also seeing me. So the topic is very important, which we are going to focus today. That is common language errors in day-to-day conversations. Right. So before we start with the discussion of this topic, about this topic, I would like you to listen to a melody which is very popular nowadays. Okay, are you all ready? Can I have some quick confirmation from your end? Participants, if you are listening to me, should we get started? Hello, are you there? Am I talking to you? Okay. Apart from ma'am, participants, students, if you are listening to me, okay. So Pallavi is listening to me. I'm going to play a melody and you need to identify if you know this song or not. Okay. It's a very easy song, very popular. I'm sure that you'll be able to relate. I'll just start with a beginning. So there is some purpose, some intention behind playing this song. Okay. Here we go. Do you know which song is this? Hello, students. I will not going to start without getting the response. Language cannot be learned without the response. So I seek your response badly. No, Ajit, it's not Mercy. It's something else. Yes, the singer is the same. You want me to play it for a bit longer? It's not Mercy. Come on, it is of your interest. You should know the song. You should identify the song. थोड़ा और आगे चलाऊं? अजीत थोड़ा आगे चलाऊं, आपको पता चलेगा फिर. पल्लवी, are you there? Okay, चलो. Few more seconds, okay? Okay, not longer than this. Now you should be able to identify. Come on, your generation should know this song. Still you are not aware? You know why I'm making you listen to this song? She move it like. सुना है ये song बादशाह का? Have you listened to this song of Badshah? Yes or no? I'm going to talk about a very purpose behind the topic which is to be discussed today. सुना है आपने ये गाना? मैं आपको कोई इंग्लिश का क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछ रहा. I'm not asking any question about the language. I'm just asking whether you have listened to this song or not. No, you haven't listened to this? Anurag, after this webinar, kindly go to Google, YouTube, and play this song. It's so popular. Millions of people have already watched this song. Okay, it's Badshah's song. So I'm going to talk about the reason why this topic is to be discussed today. If you look at the lines of this song, there itself lies an error of English. It is never like she move it like. It should be, what is the correct way? He says she move it. Is this correct English? If I say she move it. From the language point of view, is this the correct phrase? Yes or no? No, it is not, right? So what is the correct way? Prinal, what is the correct way? It should be she moves it like. It should be S. Yes, very good. So I think Badshah has not focused much on the grammar part when he was studying in the school. It's very basic English. When it is third person singular, S is added with the verb. S or ES is added to the verb. Okay? Do you agree or not? It is so basic. Now, because of these songs, because of the language which is being used nowadays, we actually don't know what is correct, what is incorrect. This is just one example. There are so many examples which are to be quoted, but this is the example which came to my mind. So I thought to start the session with this. This is the reason behind not being aware about the exact usage of the English in day-to-day lives. Okay, so in this presentation of 1 hour, I'm going to talk about some common errors which we do every day. And I'll also share one practical example that is not to be, where corrections are needed actually. I'm going to show you the email which I just received a few days back. Not a few days back, yesterday itself. And then you have to identify the errors which you find in that email. And I'll help you with some important phrases to be used in a day-to-day formal conversation. So let me start. Let me share my screen and get started. Just a second.
Hello, sir. I think you are mute. We are not able to hear you.
Ma'am, yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to share the errors. I've identified some top 10 errors which we make in everyday conversation, and you have to help me what is wrong with that sentence. Okay, so I'll share this statement with you. You identify the error in that statement and you help me with the correction. So let me not make it that way. Okay, so the first error is here. Though he is busy, but he is ready to meet. If anyone can help me with the inputs, do you find something weird with this sentence? Do you think it is right? It is wrong? What do you think? And I'm sure हम ऐसा use करते हैं. I've heard many people using the same sentence. If anyone can help with the suggestion. Okay. So the correct answer is, let me check if there is any response. Google Meet doesn't have an option of wrong. Yes, it is wrong. Here, right way is, what is the right way? So if I share my screen, I cannot see the interaction on the chat box. I cannot see the responses on the chat box. Mihir, can you help me with the correct answer? He is repeated twice. Okay. Anything else? Let me share it with you. The correct is, though he is busy, he is ready to meet. See, now, although he is busy, he is ready to meet. Prenal, very good. Punctuation was missing. Okay. So first of all, let's understand what is though. What is the role of though and but? Can you tell me? So though and but both are the connectors. They help us connect the ideas or the statements. So they cannot come together in a single statement. If I use though, I cannot use but. If I use but, I cannot use though. So the correct way to write is, though he is busy, comma, he is ready to meet. Do you agree to this error? Have you ever made this error? This sort of error, have you ever committed? Though, although both are the same connectors, they can replace each other. Okay? The next one is, I'm living in Baroda for 5 years. I am living in Baroda for 5 years. Do you find any mistake in this sentence? हम लोग ऐसे ही बोलते हैं, right? I'm living in Baroda for 5 years. Meet. Any error? Do you think that something is wrong with this sentence?
Sir, we have given responses in chat box.
Let me connect through my phone as well so I can see the responses. Actually, just a second. Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. Okay, let me check it. Since 5 years, Mihir, Arvind, and Pallavi, all three of you are saying since 5 years. Okay, no. Something else? It is not right. Still, you can still try. Reside. The correct way to say is, I have been living in Baroda for 5 years. See, whenever you talk about any action, which started in the past, still which is going on, and we are not sure that how long this action is going to last. We use has been or have been. Do you agree or not? Something which started in the past. Can you help me with some examples? For example, you are studying. You started studying in the morning, and till now you are studying. You can say that I have been studying since morning. Since morning, I've been studying for 5 years. Now, if you are confused between the usage of for and since, let me clarify as well. For is used when there is a duration, and since is used when we have a certain starting point. Do you agree? Okay, the third error, we are moving on to the third error now. This is very common. My friend called and told me that he is busy. Do you think that there is something wrong in this sentence? हम लोग ऐसा हर रोज यूज करते हैं. Is there any message? Let me check. My friend called and told me that he is busy. Do you think that something is wrong with this? You think so? My friend called and told me that he is busy. Okay, let me give the answer. Assuming that you're listening to me. My friend called and told me that he was busy. Now, instead of is, we are using was. And the very reason behind this is a sentence of indirect speech. So if you know that what is a direct and an indirect speech, when we report the speech of someone to someone else, it is known as the indirect speech. Right? किसी की बातें किसी को कहना. I'm saying this in a very positive way. Indirect speech. The message is being conveyed through a mediator. So, ऐसे बोलेंगे, मेरे दोस्त ने मुझे बोला कि वो बिजी था. हम लोग ऐसे नहीं बोलते कि वो बिजी है. In Hindi as well, right? So my friend called and told me that he was busy. Okay, moving ahead. Me and my brother are invited for a party. आपको लगता है कुछ गलत है इसमें? Hello students, आप हो कि नहीं हो? Okay, I'm getting some responses. Let me check. Okay, Ajit is saying were. Okay, Viswajit, and the same has also been said by Pallavi. चलो मैं ऐसा बोलूंगा कि नहीं, आर सही है. This is a sentence of passive voice. We are invited. हम invite किए गए हैं. So R is correct. Problem lies somewhere else. हम ऐसे ही बोलते हैं ना, me and my brother are going for a party, for example. और थोड़े ट्राई करो. It's not that difficult. No? Okay. This is the correct way. I and my brother are invited for a party. It might sound little weird to listen a statement like this, but this is the correct one. Now assume for a moment कि I नहीं है, ठीक है? Sorry, my brother is not there. मैं same sentence को copy करता हूँ. I copy the same sentence and let me remove my brother. Do you think it is correct? Do we speak ever like this? Me. We never start the sentence with me, right? It is actually an object. So we always stay with the subject. I am invited for a party. So आपको जब भी ऐसा बोलना हो मैं और मेरा भाई, मैं और मेरी sister. So it is always I and my brother, I and my mother. It's never me. Okay, moving ahead. The fifth error. You might find it a bit difficult. If you had paid attention in class, you had cleared the exam. Something which you must have been listening from your faculties for a long time, from your parents. अगर क्लास में ध्यान दिया होता तो आप एग्जाम क्लियर करते हैं. Do you think that something is wrong with this sentence? Very good, Mihir. And there you are. You would have cleared the exam. That is the correct way of. Okay. You would have. Absolutely right. So it's a sentence of the condition. Conditional sentence. If you had paid attention in class, you would have cleared the exam. इसका मीनिंग क्या होगा? अगर आप क्लास में ध्यान देते हैं तो आप एग्जाम क्लियर करते हैं. दैट मीन्स इट इज नॉट डन. आपकी एग्जाम अभी क्लियर नहीं हुई है. वी आर जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट द हाइपोथेसिस. It's a hypothetical example, something which has not happened but we are assuming it to be happened. It's like changing the past. Okay, error number 6. What reason did he come here for? Is there anything wrong with this sentence? Something which you feel that no, it is not right. You can always try, right? Don't have that fear of being right or wrong. You can always try. What reason did he come here for? Okay. The right way is, for what reason did he come here? See, we never end with the preposition. Many times I've observed that people end with the preposition, but preposition can never come at the end. For what reason did he come here? I can write a few more examples which are not correct. For example, I can say that what subject he is looking for. This is not right. Better to write for what subjects he is looking for. If for which subjects he is looking for. For is to be removed. For which subject he is looking. So we can never end a sentence with the preposition. I can say that I can also say that which examples you can go ahead with. This is not right. Which examples you can go ahead with? Which examples you can go ahead? That is the correct way of writing. See, it is very minute, but it can make a huge difference. Ultimately, if you write wrong English, it has a lot to do with your impression. And it is very obvious, it is very much evident to use the right language. The next one is, for example, that we are organizing a party and we are suggesting that every girl must bring their own lunch. If this is the sentence, every girl must bring their own lunch. खाना खुद से लाना है. अगर नहीं लाए तो कोई खाना नहीं देगा. Something needs to be corrected here, in my opinion. What lies in your opinion? इसमें कुछ करेक्शन की जरूरत लग रही है आपको? Every girl must bring their own lunch. Every student must use their own phone, for example. Very good, ma'am. Every girl must bring her own lunch. Every is not a plural word. It is a singular word. Every girl must bring her own lunch. Each girl must bring her own lunch. Every student is present in the class. Everyone is trying hard. So every word is singular, it's not plural. But since it's a collective noun, we end up assuming it as a plural. The next one is, see, this is highly being used. In fact, today we had a meeting and I heard the same sentence. I'm having a meeting right now. I'm having a meeting right now. I'm having a class right now. I'm having a lecture right now. Anyone, any suggestions? I have a meeting right now. Jaideep, very good. So what is wrong with this sentence then? Can't I say I'm having a meeting right now? क्योंकि मीटिंग तो चल रही होगी ना जब हम ऐसा बोले तो. So why so? हम लोग ऐसा क्यों नहीं बोल पाएंगे? Any logic behind this? Okay, let me answer this. See, to have has two meanings in English. One is to possess something. And the second is, I'm in a meeting. Okay, Mihir. In that sense, it will be I'm in a meeting. Okay. Let me give you the correction. Let me give you the logic. To have means to possess. At the same time, it means to eat. So if I use the ing form in a verb like this, it means I am eating a meeting. Now tell me, does it right? Does it make any valid excuse? Is this right or wrong? You tell me now. Can we say I'm eating a meeting? So to have has two meanings. One is to possess and second is to eat. So if I say that having, ing can never be added to have. There are certain verbs which never take ing. I'll write one more sentence. You tell me whether it is correct or not. It is right or wrong? I'm loving it. Is this right? I'm loving it. For example, you are in Paris and someone asks that, how's the city? And you respond saying that I'm loving it. It is I love it. Very good, Mihir. Jaideep, sorry. I love it. See, the verbs which represents your emotions are known as stative verbs. Stative verbs are those which talk about your emotions. For example, love, hatred, to have for a reason, that as well. So there are so many verbs, you can just search the list of stative verbs. We cannot add ing to these verbs. Verbs representing feelings are known as the stative verbs. Okay, you can search out the list of the verbs. It is readily available. The correct way to say is I love it. Even though it is an ongoing activity, it is I love it. Similarly, it is not I'm having a meeting, but I have a meeting. Let me remove all these things. Okay. The ninth error, in my opinion, is one of my colleague will get back to you. So 9 out of 10 people make an error in this sentence, which is my personal observation. One of my colleague will get back to you. One of my friend is working with Parul University. One of my family member live in the USA. क्या गलती है इसमें? Jaideep, there you are. One of my colleagues will get back to you. See, out of all the colleagues, we are talking about that one colleague who is going to be reverting you. Not all the colleagues, right? So out of all the colleagues, for example, we have 100 colleagues. So out of 100 colleagues, one colleague will respond you. So if I say this, it is not wrong. One of my friends is very kind. So you might be confused that why is used with the plural noun, because it is not is, it's a supporting verb. It is not for the friends, but it is for this one person who is very kind. One of my friends, remove all this, now we'll be able to read. One is very kind. But who is that one? He is from my friend list. So one of my friends is very kind. I'm sure this error you also would have observed many times by different people. And the last error from my observation, that is, I had my lunch. I had my lunch. For example, if someone offers you or you offer someone to join for the lunch and you get a response that I had my lunch. So that person is speaking right or wrong in terms of the language. Any observation? I had my lunch. Is the sentence right or wrong? I also said the context for you. अभी अब जाके किसी को पूछो कि चलो लंच करते हैं और आपको रिस्पॉन्स मिले कि नो आई हैड माई लंच. See, there is nothing wrong with this sentence, but if we have set up the context, according to that context, this is not right. Jaideep, you rock. I have had my lunch. मैंने just अभी lunch किया. So had is used as a verb to have. That means to eat. Right? So correct way to say is I have had my lunch. मेरा खाना हो गया. If you want to say that you are done with your lunch, you can say I've had my lunch. Thank you, but I've had my lunch. Or you can say I had my lunch at 2 p.m. If you're sure about the time, if you want to be precise about the time you had your lunch, then you can say I had my lunch at 2. But without the specific time, we cannot make a statement like this, I had my lunch. Okay, so we are not getting into the technicalities that this statement belongs to which tense and so on. But this is how you should respond. If you have recently had your lunch, it is I have had my lunch. If you want to be precise, if you are precise about your lunch, it is with this. Okay, now I'm going to share an email with you. This is an email I received yesterday. I'm not going to reveal the identity, but I thought to share it with you. Okay, there are plenty of errors in the email. You have to tell me, you have to at least identify 5 errors from that email. Okay, you can also check the date. It is 4th Feb. It's just before 21 hours. It's not even a single day old email. I'll give you quick 5 minutes of time, go through all the words and tell me which errors do you observe in this email. Well, it's a topic of email etiquettes. which can be taken separately because it's also very important. But since we're talking about the common errors, this is the perfect live example. Do you observe any errors in this email? No observation? Okay, so let me begin. See, this email is full of the errors. Okay, I'm getting a response. Sirs, not sir. Very good, Jaideep. The correct observation. Respected sirs, madams. It is wrong. मैं तो एक ही हूँ ना. I'm not multiple. And if this email is addressed to me, there is no point in writing madam, right? मैं तो सर ही हूँ ना, मैं थोड़ा मैम हूँ. Anything else? Any other observations? There are plenty of errors, but I'll just highlight a few. Okay, first of all, look at the spacing. The spacing is not appropriate. Here, the space, look at the space here and look at the space in this portion. It varies. Okay, please find attached revised flyer and final schedule. Now, I don't understand the reason behind keeping this S capital. It should not be capital. So students and faculties should gather or have decided to gather. Something is missing in between. And resource persons are now grammatically it is absolutely wrong. Resource persons are or they have decided to deliver through online mode. This Y is small. And once we have started with this sir, there is no need to mention sir one more time. Okay. My technical team members will interact with you. Now the technical team member is only one. There is no point in adding extra S. Something is very offensive with the language is not spelling the name properly. So there's not, obviously it's me, but the spelling is not of mine. It's not my spelling. Okay, there is an error. So see, one of the fundamental rules of email writing is that there has to be proper spell check. You cannot write any random spelling assuming that if someone's name is Rutvik, it should be TH, it should be TVIK. No. My personal tip to you that even if you start working down the line after few years, so always verify the names which are being written in the email. They should be with the proper spell check. Okay. Supply web link. We never supply the link, right? We provide the link. It's not about supplying the materials or the goods. It's about sharing the link. The selection of words should be appropriate. His contact number is this. So H is small. Okay. And there is no full stop. And this width is W is small. So again, so many things which are to be observed in this email. Now, the impression which is created at a very beginning, at the very first point of moment is not right. It was just a small example of what is not to be done when you write an email. A separate discussion can happen on this topic. Now, following the same email, I brought something to discuss in this lecture. Now, I've identified 10 professional words which are very important to use when you are at the workplace. So here I'm talking about the formal communication. I'm sure that you are going to work very soon. Even if you are not working being students, you must be using the emails. So there are certain professional words which you should use every day if you write an email or if you communicate formally. So first word is give and provide. Which word is more formal according to you? It is provide, obviously, right? So instead of saying that, let me give you some information, it is better to say that, let me provide you with some information. A minor change in the selection of words can bring a huge change in the impact. Okay? So instead of using give, try to use provide as far as the emails or the writing part is concerned. Even you can also use the same in your formal interaction. Get, receive. Meaning is same, but the impact is very different. I'm waiting to get the approval. I'm waiting to receive the approval. So receive sounds more formal. Okay? Instead of using help, always try to use assist. If you have received some instructions from your superior authority and you are conforming to the order, instead of saying that, okay, I'm ready to help him or her, you can say that I'm ready to assist him or her. Okay. The next is talk and discuss. Let's come and talk on this matter. Let's come, gather, and discuss about this matter. Some more. Yes, and certainly. So you can always say that, yes, I agree to this. Yes, it can be done. Instead of using yes, say certainly it can be done. It gives more formal tone to your language. Change, modify. I request you to change the schedule of the event. I request you to modify the schedule of the event. But, however, now connectors have a huge role to play in the language. So I've also observed even if I talk about French language, connectors it plays an essential role. Usage of connectors can always help you provide and put across your points in more effective way. So, but, however, both are same, but we never use however. I mean, we tend to use but more often than however. Okay, let me give an example that. So, however is actually used when you contrast with the idea. If I say that I'm ready to help, but I don't have time. I'm ready to help, however, I don't have time. Usage is similar, it's just a matter of the tone. Also, moreover, it is, for example, if you want to add some more ideas to the discussion, you say that, also, I want to say that, moreover, or you can say furthermore, these topics can also be discussed. Last two, opinion, consensus. I'm seeking your opinion. I'm seeking consensus on this idea. And the last, like, for instance, I've observed that many people have habit of using like in their sentences. Or when you want to quote an example, they can say like. If I say that it is more feasible to go to Delhi using train, like it helps to rest in the train. For example, you can say that, for instance, it can help you stay relaxed during your journey. So instead of saying all the times like, try to use for instance. Okay, so these are the professional words which you can always use and improve your language. So we talked about some common errors which are faced, which I've observed. These just the output of my own observation. You can always counter me. I'm not the perfect person in the language. I also make a lot of errors, but everyday practice and self realization, these are the ways to improve and progress in the language. So that is it from my end. If you have any questions, you can ask me. You can also reach out to me on this email ID. I'll be happy to stay connected.
Thank you so much for this webinar, sir. To be very honest, I myself used to make a lot of errors which you have pinpointed in the today's session. So for me also, it was so much learning, and I'm sure our students have learned a lot. I would really thank you for this amazing session. Plus, I would like to thank students also because they were very responsive and very smartly gave a lot of answers in today's session. And yes, also I would like to thank our Dean sir for giving us a platform in which we can interact with the students like this. So thank you so much for the session, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your support throughout this session. Arranging this session. And students, I wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.